Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. Today with a Formula 1 car for the company Cada. It's C64005. Yes, officially licensed from this Alfa Romeo, a 2022 version from Team Orlen. That's one of their cars. And yes, officially licensed, everything from the drivers to the team to the tires. That's a really... This has a lot of licenses, this set. Okay, now you see some photos of the assembly and the final set, some close-ups and so on. I haven't stickered it, I come to that later. And then I tell you if it's worth the money, is this a really technic car or is it a hybrid or what is it? Makes it any fun? Is it cool? You will see. Have some fun with the pictures and we see us in a few seconds. And so after 8 to 10 hours we are done with our Formula 1 car. Two things. First, any noises in the background. We have workers in the street. They are laying fiber, glass fiber for internet connection. And I have a guy in my house and he is making the walls. And so perhaps you hear some noises. Sorry for that. Okay, 8 to 10 hours, 4 building steps, 1,868 pieces. Here it stands. And it's around $86, $87 from China. Without packaging, only the car instructions and stickers. Stickers! These are the stickers. No, I'm kidding. 3.5 sheets of stickers, 73 stickers, not applied. Okay, let's go through instructions. great. Absolutely great. This is really a premium product. The original packaging is really great. The box has 4 parts inside, and the inside achieving a picture like Lego done with the Porsche, something like that. Yeah, so you have a picture. And then they are really taking this license very serious. Yeah, you seen the pictures in the beginning. So there are really many pages about the car, the set, the achievement, the driver, Shu Guanyu. And he's the reason Cada chooses Alfa Romeo. They're not choosing Alfa Romeo because it's the greatest team of all time, and yes, they are back, we need Alfa. Normally they have chosen Mercedes or Ferrari or something like that. No, they've chosen Alfa because they have a Chinese driver. Let's be honest. Okay, instructions great. Many pictures, many information. Really, 230 pages is the instructions itself without the pictures for the car, and you will have no problem with the instructions. They are really well made. You've seen the pictures here of our UCS style printed 8x16 tile, and this is greatly printed, and you feel it, and it's glossy, and it looks a little bit sealed, and great. The only thing is we have some accomplishments of this car and the driver. I had preferred some technical information about the car, but in 10 years I believe the information about the car matters more than here fastest lap or number 10. You know what I mean. Okay, but it's a really nice and well-made tile here. Okay, so 8 to 10 hours, 4 building steps, so you have a lot of pieces on the table. You know, I prefer around 250, 300, so 8 building steps would be better in my opinion, but it was handled. I don't need a second table, so it was really handleable. The first 2 building steps needs the most time. They are the technical parts, and 3 and 4 are giving this thing his look. So okay, you're starting with back axle, then you're building up to the front, connecting the front axle, and then all the other stuff. Okay, piece quality great. Really good, really good. There are only some 1 or 2 connections, they are still a little bit too soft, but the rest is really nearly on the level of Sambo or Lego or Go bricks or something like that, of the premium bricks. They are really nearly back to that level. Most of the parts has this level. 98-99% of the parts have this level. So this is good to very good, no problems. We have no problems with color consistency. Everything is the same red, the same white, and the same black. We have here a mixture of technique and system pieces, and that's the reason this car looks, I believe, very good for Formula One car out of technique, out of bricks. It looks good. It looks really good. They have really put really much effort into the instructions, into the tires, especially Computer. Was heißt Radaufhängung auf Englisch?
Radaufhängung auf Englisch heißt Wheel Suspension.
The wheel suspension. They put a lot of effort into the wheel suspension and the real suspension. So in both suspensions. Okay. The assembly process makes fun, really. But a highlight, because this has not much functions. It drives forward, it drives backward. It has a connected 6-cylinder motor, very tiny one, and it has steering, but it's a very tiny wheel and you can't really reach it, so forget about that. You have to do this here. The highlight is the wheel suspension and the suspension, because suspension is not vertical, it's horizontal, like in the real cars, and it's done with a lot of effort, really. And the suspensions are not really connected to something. They are sitting here, and when you connect everything, you're putting some pressure on it, so they are always laying here, not lying. A suspension couldn't lie, they are laying here with some pressure, and when you put it down, you put more pressure on it because the parts are moving forward. Great, absolutely great, well done. And there are so many of these parts here for the wheel suspension. I believe 20 in the whole set, amazing. I haven't seen so many of them in one set for 4 wheels, so crazy amount of. We have a differential, then here the connected 6-cylinder, and that's the technique. You can't open anything, there's no hand of God steering, nothing. And but I think it's still a good set, because you really have some wow moments with the wheel suspension and the real suspension. It's the same in the front, the same mechanism for both suspensions. I'm still okay. When you're done with that, then it's the work to give this his clothes, and that's entertaining because we have a lot of weird angles and all the parts for moving the air through the car to give it much pressure or downforce. So I believe most of that car theoretically can drive on the ceiling because they have so much downforce and they are weighed nearly nothing. I believe these cars are around 600 kilograms or something like that. So that's not much. And they have 700 to 900 horsepowers. Wow, okay. This is a 6-cylinder, and I believe the real cars have 1.6 liter meanwhile. I don't know. I haven't watched, like I said, a Formula One race in 4 to 5 years. Okay, but I know how the new cars are looking, and this here looks very close to the 2022 model of this car. Meanwhile, we are 2 years in the future, but it's still, the newer car doesn't change so much. Yeah, it's the open wheel concept of the Formula One, and the cars from the 70s looks very different, but in the last 10 years they only changed a little bit. The only thing I don't like, but I think could be done better is this part here. It looks a little bit odd from above. From the side, you don't recognize it, but from above, it looks a little bit odd. That's the only thing. The rest here, everything is well covered, everything is well done. We have 4 great slicks, great prints here, really top notch. The reason that's not printed because you have to print on curves and angles and over a lot of parts, so that costs too much money. Costs too much money for that what Cada will sell with this set, so I can understand it. That everything are stickers. And I think it looks a little bit better. Racing cars are looking better with stickers, yeah. But I think it's overall still a good looking car for a Formula One car, and especially the color selection with black, red and white. The dark red, great. Wait.
Because no one from the show is here spying on you.
Why is that mirror sneezing?
Nothing more to say. So you can't build in power functions. It's not meant for power functions. There's no room for power functions. I would love to see this with power function, especially the speed and the curve speed here with our slicks and everything. And the weight is great for driving, but for some speed you need 2 motors and a servo and a battery box. I don't see the space for this. And with all the parts, the weight isn't so good like it's now. Okay. Nothing more to say. If you have any questions, write it in the comments. This is, at least I should mention it, one of the cleanest looks for a car I have ever seen down under. That's great, absolutely. So you see, Cada put a lot of effort in every aspect of this set. Really, instructions, stickers, look of the car. I don't know if they made some parts especially for this set, but there are some parts I haven't seen before, and great, well done. Really well done. If you're a Formula One fan, you really can buy this. I know it's no Ferrari, it's no Mercedes, but it's a great car. It's a great building experience, especially the wheel suspension and the overall suspension here. Laying it in, cover it up, and it's working. Not connected really to anything. Great. Okay, thank you for watching. Next is from another set from Cada. A Dream in dark bluish gray. It's a military crane truck. I don't know, I believe around the same piece count. I believe 2,000 pieces around, something like that. Okay, but it will take me a week. I have a lot of back pain in the moment and I can't sit a longer time, and if I do, I will regret it in the evening. So I can sit at least 1 or 2 hours a day, and so I will need 4 to 5 days to build a new set. Yeah, I'm getting old. Not I'm getting old, I am old. Have a good time. Bye bye.